Oh, good. Thanks, Liz. All right. Perfect. All right, Kat, you need to move. Come on, kitty. Come on. Good kitty. All right, so welcome to Snowga. As you just saw, you will most likely see all of my pets at some point in time during the practice. They just love to be involved. So thanks for coming. Just checking that everyone has a couple of blocks, and these aren't really completely necessary. I use them a lot in practice, so I will reference them. If you have anything else stable, secure that you want to put your hands on rather than blocks at any point in time, that would work as well. And you're also probably going to find a towel, a hand towel or a strap, useful. So whether it's, I might reference it as a blue towel since it's pretty much all I use, but yours does not have to be blue. So again, thanks for coming. Let's find ourselves to a comfortable seated position. So that could be crisscross applesauce. You could stay upright on your shins. You can even elevate your seat slightly with the block, should you decide that's more comfortable. Just let yourself arrive to your space, whether your space is chaotic, whether your space is silent, or whatever it is that your space may be. Let your eyes close and take a full breath in through both nostrils. And on your breath out, just let the mouth open. Doing so one more time, full breath in. And a long exhale out. So from here, if you happen to be sitting in silence, then perhaps just appreciating that. If you are surrounded by distraction or chaos, just try to visualize with those eyes closed, or even if you're near a window at this point in time, perhaps a soft gaze outside to observe how it is that the snow exists. In this case, especially today, it's falling softly. If you were outside and capable of just listening to the snow, it's falling silently. And even though there's movement in the way that it falls and perhaps silence in the way that it falls, there's a sense of stillness. And so all three of those terms are going to be kind of what we think about throughout our practice today. Softening, appreciating silence, and achieving stillness. Take another full breath in. And as you exhale, you can let those eyes gently flutter open. Now, the playlist that I shared with you is totally optional for you to listen to. If you'd rather appreciate the silence, and by all means you can do so. But if you wanted to play that playlist, I'm going to hit play on mine now. And so when you're ready, you can find yourself to a tabletop position. All fours, letting those palms find their way underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath their hips. On your breath in, let the belly drop for a cow pose, driving your hands towards your shins. On your exhale, pressing the mat away, curling the spine into cat. Few more rounds of breath, just like this, as the heart shines forward on your inhales. Tuck the tailbone, press the mat away into cat on your exhales. Final 2 breaths. Appreciating the softness as the inhales just flow right into the exhales. And the silence of the movement. Finding your way here back to a neutral spine. Take a full breath in, maybe rock forward slightly, As you breathe out, shift to the right, sink your hips back towards the heels. On your inhale, come back to center. 2 more times, clockwise rotations, hips sinking back. And your inhales bringing you back. Final rotation. Returning here back to center and reversing direction. Long breath in. And a long breath out. Once you find yourself back to center, we'll extend that right leg out behind us, finding the ball of the foot. Add a little teeny tiny soft bend into that right knee, and then eventually float the right leg off the mat. Maybe a quick visual check to see that those toes are pointing down. Perhaps shift a little bit more to the right hand, lift a little bit higher into the hamstring, but at the same time, try to keep that right hip equidistant from the floor, just like the left. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Hug the belly button up higher, take another full inhale. And without moving any other part of the body, just bring that shin towards the nose, let it hover over the mat. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, fire hydrant, right knee towards the right elbow. Inhale back to center. Exhale, open. One more time. And back to center. Re-extend that right leg, let it lift. And on your breath out, find the ball of the foot to the mat. Really press into the ball of that right foot as you hug the left shin into the chest for core plank. Take a long full breath in. Long full breath out. Extend back all 10 toes to the mat for plank pose. Align the hips perhaps a little bit more with the shoulders, shoulders directly over the wrists. Hug the belly button towards the spine and find imaginary claws in those fingertips that you're gripping the mat with. Breathe for 3. Long inhales, maybe closing the eyes for 2. One more full breath in. And on your breath out, let the knees tap down. Shift through tabletop, sink the hips back towards the heels. Variation of child's pose. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. On your inhale, slide forward, keep your chest close to the mat, elbows to the body as you find a cobra pose. The shoulders melt away from the ears. There's a soft bend into both elbows. Take a full inhale. And on your exhale, hug the belly button in and return to a tabletop position. Take one round of cow, your inhale. Press the mat away into cat on your exhale. Return back to a neutral spine. Left leg finds its way behind you. Find the ball of that left foot, find some engagement, then soft bend into the left knee as you lift the left leg. You're here for 3. Adjusting, perhaps a soft bend into that knee. Equidistant height of the hips from the floor. Gaze is down, shift slightly into the left hand. Take a long full breath in. On your exhale, bring the knee towards the nose, let the shin hover. Pause for the breath in, and fire hydrant, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. Come back to center and re-extend behind you. Take a full breath in and find the ball of the foot to the mat. Once you arrive there, find some stability, hug the right shin to the chest. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. All 10 toes to the mat. Long breath in, long breath out. One more inhale and let the knees come down. This time, just press the mat away. Keep a nice straight spine. On your exhale, bend the elbows back and lower all the way to the mat. Once you find yourself to the mat, hug the elbows in and find a baby cobra, lifting up. Your gaze remains down, the tops of the feet still pressing down. Breathe for 3, keeping the contact of hands to the mat, tops of the feet to the mat. Breathe for 2. One more full breath. And relax to the mat. Press yourself up through modified plank. Shift through tabletop, and this time downward facing dog. Tucking the back toes under, lifting the hips, and finding your way to your upside down capital V. Once you're here, maybe pedal out the feet, perhaps look left and right, nod the head yes. You're here for 3 rounds of breath. You're here for 2 rounds of breath. Final full breath in, and a long breath out. From here, let your heels lift on your inhale. Drop your heels to the right on your exhale. Maybe add a little bit more pressure into that left foot to feel a little bit more engagement in the left side body. You could stay here or deep bend into the right knee. Look underneath your left armpit. Long inhale. Long exhale. Both feet back to the mat. Back to tippy toes in center. Heels drop to the left. A little bit more pressure into that right foot. And then maybe that bend into the left knee. Long inhale in. Long exhale out. Come back to center your breath in. Bend the knees, look forward, and walk your way to the top of your mat. Ragdoll pose. Once you're there, you'll widen your feet, you'll bend the knees, and hang the upper body heavy. Opposite elbows are an option, maybe lazy arms. Swaying side to side, also a choice, whether bound or not. Take another full breath in. And on your exhale, release the bind. If you took it, heel toe the feet just a little closer to touch. Float the fingertips to the shins and lengthen the spine for a flat back. And pause here. Slide the shoulder blades together. Lift the belly button higher. Take another full inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Soft bend into the knees, slowly roll up to a mountain pose. Nice and slow, eventually your shoulders melt back and down. The palms face the front of your mat. Take a full breath in. Long breath out. Pause here for another round of breath, seeing if you can soften into the tops of the shoulders. Seeing in the stillness if you can also find the silence. One more inhale. Long exhale. Reach the arms to the sky, whether the eyes are opened or closed. Bend the knees, hinge at the hips, and forward fold. Lengthen the spine, your breath in, and step back to a plank pose. Doesn't matter what leg you choose to step back with, just take a full breath in, long breath out. Rock a little forward, let the knees tap down. Untuck the toes, take a full inhale. On your exhale, sink the hips back. Breathe in, slide forward, chest and chin close to the mat as you find a cobra. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Take a long breath in, long breath out. Right leg lifts to the sky, three-legged dog. Knee to the nose, core plank. Pause here, right knee, right elbow. Back to center. 2 more times. Right knee, right elbow, and center. Final time. Inhale, re-extend. Low runner's lunge, foot between the hands. Tent the fingers if you need to get the foot there, and let the left knee tap down to the mat. Untuck the toes, engage the legs, take a towel or strap with you, rise the arms to the sky. Take a long full breath in. On your exhale, sink just a little bit deeper. Take each end of the towel, or at least shoulders width apart, with whatever it is that you can pull apart. Pull the towel, pull the strap. Let the shoulders, the tops of them that is, soften still. Take a long full breath in. Long full breath out. Maybe lift the heart and the gaze. Stay for your exhale. Hug the belly in, release the towel down to the mat. Plant the palms, lift the back knee. Look forward and step forward. Fingertips to the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Soft bend in the knees, maybe slowly roll up or reach right up to the sky. Use your inhale. And forward fold, exhale. Lengthen the spine, breathing in. And the opposite leg steps back to a plank pose. Once you're in plank, rock a little forward. Let the knees tap down. Take a full breath in. Bend the elbows back and lower all the way to the mat. Baby cobra, lift the heart, gaze down, hands down, feet down. Exhale to the mat. Press yourself up through modified plank, maybe full plank. Down dog is where we'll meet. Long breath in. Long breath out. Left leg floats to the sky. Inhale. Knee to the nose, core plank. Pause, take a full breath in. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, center. And open. One more time, only the knee is moving and the hip, not the rest of the body. Extend to the sky, three-legged dog. Low lunge, foot between the hands. Once you arrive, let the right knee tap down, untuck the toes. Engage the legs, take the towel or strap with you. Reach the arms up, pull the towel apart. Belly hugs in. Gaze and shoulders soften. Take 2 or 3 more rounds of breath. For the final couple rounds of breath, maybe you stay with the gaze in front or lift up. One more inhale. Long exhale. Hug the belly in, release the towel, plant the palms. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, and step forward to meet the front foot. Lengthen the spine, and forward fold. From here, widen your feet about inner hips width. Maybe wiggle the toes or shift back and forth a couple times. Before you bend the knees, sink the hips and find an imaginary chair. Arms reach up, maybe at a diagonal, maybe biceps along the ears. Hug the belly button towards the spine, maybe sink deeper. See that you can see your toes. Final 3. See here where it is that you can soften. Final 2. Final full breath in. Forward fold, breathe out. Long spine, inhale. And step your left leg back to a low lunge. Long breath in. Left knee taps down, untuck the toes. Without the towel, lift the heart, lift the gaze. On your exhale, hands frame the foot. Lift the back knee, shorten your stance just enough to drop the back heel. Take that towel again with you. Rise on up to a warrior 1. Belly button hugs in. Towel being pulled apart. Full inhale. Long exhale. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Maybe you stay here, or you keep the heart lifted, release the bind, find the base of the spine. Pull the towel apart and breathe. One more full breath in. Long breath out. Hug the belly in, bring the gaze neutral. Keep the bind as you begin to hinge at the hips. Eventually, your gaze finds the back toes as the arms come up. Humble warrior. The right hip tacks back, left hip forward. Keep the front knee bent. Keep the head and neck relaxed. Final 3. Final 2. Final full breath in. Long breath out. From here, someone's pulling the towel up, but just so you're at a diagonal, gaze down, release the bind, reach it back out in front of you, pull the towel apart. Begin to shift to the ball of the back foot, and without moving that front knee, left foot meets the right, chair pose with the towel. Full breath in, long breath out. One more inhale. And from here, ditch the towel, bring your hands to prayer. A long full breath in. Stay for the breath out. Press down through the feet, reach the prayer to the sky. Let the heart open, arms drop down along the body. Keep the heart lifted, full inhale. Long exhale. Mountain pose, let it land. Breathe in. Mouth opens, breathe out. One more time. Eyes opened or closed, reach up, forward fold. Lengthen the spine, and the right leg steps back. Once you arrive, tap the right knee down without the towel, lift up, look up, and the hands frame the foot. Lift the back knee, shorten the stance just enough to drop the heel. Take the towel with you, rise up to your warrior. Warrior 1 pose, hugging the belly button in. Left hip tacks back, right hip forward. Facial muscles soften. Even though the posture is in stillness right now, feel the gentle, soft movement of the breath. Maybe you're staying here, or lift the heart with the gaze. You're breathing. One more inhale. And keep the heart lift. Find the bind at the base of the spine. Pull the towel apart, arms away, belly still in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And an exhale. From here, gaze to neutral, bind remains, long breath in. Begin to hinge at the hips for humble warrior. The arms come up, the gaze comes behind you. You're breathing for 3, 4, 2. Final full breath in, long breath out. Someone's lifting you up, but only halfway. Gaze is down, release the bind, back in front. Pull the towel apart, take a full breath in, long breath out. Begin to find the ball of the back foot, lift the heart slightly, step forward to meet the left foot. Sink deep, take a full breath in. Ditch the towel, hands to prayer. Long inhale and a long exhale. Press down through the feet, reach up, look up. Mountain pose, relax down. Full breath in, long breath out. Let the eyes gently flutter open. Reach the arms back up to the sky and find your hands back to prayer. Shifting to the corners of the right foot, step your left foot onto an imaginary stool. Keep the foot flexed, take a full breath in. On your breath out, extend the left leg long. Pause for a breath and an exhale. A bend into that left knee. And warrior three, kick the left leg back, pendulum the upper body down. You're just here for a full breath in, long breath out. Bend that standing leg, find the ball of the foot to the mat, take a long breath in, and just shift your torso slightly to the right. You're finding this twist suspended, you're breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Final full breath in. Stay for the breath out. Come back to center, full inhale, going in reverse. On your next inhale, shift back up to warrior 3. Pendulum swing your way back to stand, foot on the stool. Left leg out in front. Inhale, bend. Let it land. Full inhale. Long exhale. Reach the arms up to the sky, your breath in. Hands to prayer, your exhale. Walk the feet a little closer together. If they widen, shift to the left foot, right foot on your stool. Full breath in. Extend the right leg long. Pause for 1 breath. Long breath out. Bend into that right knee, long inhale. Pendulum kick that right leg back, upper body down. Breathe, take a full breath in. Long breath out. Soft bend standing leg as you find the ball of the foot to the mat. Spine still long, inhale. And twist left. You're breathing here for 3, 4, 2. 1 more full breath in. Long breath out. Come back to center, full inhale. Long exhale. Lift back off to your warrior 3. And rise up, foot on your stool. Full breath in. Right leg extends long. Inhale, bend. Let it land, mountain pose. Inhale. And an exhale. Reach up, look up, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Long spine, toes closer, and find a plank position. Once you're here in plank, options to take knees down, sink back, or find a baby cobra, or let the knees come down, take a full breath in, maybe lower halfway, and find cobra pose in this variation. Take a full inhale, and find your way moving through table, lifting the hips to down dog. Take a long full breath in, my mat is moving, and a long full breath out. 1 more inhale, and a long exhale. We're going to find those same sequences, 1 breath, 1 movement. Take another full breath in to prepare, and a long breath out. Let the heels lift, bend the knees, look forward, step or float to the top of your mat. Lengthen the spine, and forward fold. From here, soft bend into the knees, slowly roll up to stand. Shoulders melt back and down. Reach the arms to the sky, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Lengthen the spine, and step the left leg back, low lunge. Left knee down, heart lifts up with the arms. On your exhale, frame the foot. Lift the back knee, shorten the stance, drop the heel, take the towel with you, rise up, warrior one. Settle in for the breath out. Lift the heart, your inhale. Release the bind, find the base of the spine. Take a full breath in, long breath out. Neutral spine, breathe in. Humble warrior, breathe out. One full inhale. Long exhale. Lift up halfway, find the ball of the foot, step forward to a chair. Take a full inhale. Release the towel, reach the arms to the sky. Full breath in, and hands find prayer. Final full inhale. Sink deeper on your exhale. Press down through the feet, lift the heart up, open the heart, and mountain pose, exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Reach the arms up, look up. Forward fold, breathe out. Lengthen the spine and step the right leg back, low lunge. Right knee down, heart lifts up, inhale. Hands down, frame the foot. Shorten the stance, drop the heel, take the towel, rise up. Soften the shoulders, breathe out. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. And release the arms to the base of the spine. Pull the towel apart, inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, hinge, arms up, gaze behind you. Full breath in, long breath out. Rise up halfway, find the ball of the foot. Step forward to meet the left foot, sink deep, breathe in. Ditch the towel, arms to the sky. Full inhale, hands to prayer, exhale. Press up, look up, open the heart, and mountain pose, breathe out. Full inhale, and a long exhale. Arms re-extend, gaze up, hands back to prayer. Shift to the right foot, left foot on your stool, inhale. On your exhale, lengthen the leg. Bend the knee, breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. No, not warrior two, three. Take a full breath in. Bend the standing leg, finding the extended lunge. Inhale. Twist to the right, exhale. Inhale back to center. Pause for the breath out. Shift back to warrior three. Woo. Rise back up, foot on your stool. Exhale, lengthen. Whoa. Inhale, bend. And mountain pose, breathe out. Full inhale. And a long exhale. Reach the arms up on your inhale. Hands to prayer, exhale. Shift the feet closer for stability, right foot on your stool. Full inhale. Extend the right leg long. Find a bend, breathe in. Warrior three, breathe out. Pause for the inhale. Ball of the foot to the mat, exhale. Breathe in. Twist left, breathe out. Inhale to center. Prepare on the exhale. Lift off, right leg to the sky. Find your way to stand. Take a full breath in. Right leg long. Inhale, bend. Let it land, exhale. Full breath in. And a long breath out. And if you're on the same playlist as me right now, maybe add a little bend into both knees. That's a good song. Maybe some empty coat sleeves. How about that? Release the hips. Take another full breath in. Not gonna lie, I was definitely dancing to this song, snow blowing my driveway this morning. When you're ready, without a whole lot of effort, it's Flowers, by the way, by Miley Cyrus, if you're not listening. You can find your way back to stillness. Long breath in, long breath out. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Forward fold, breathe out. Heel toe the feet back closer to touch, lengthen the spine, and step your left leg back. From here, tap the left knee down, untuck the toes, reach the arms to the sky. We're going to build back to that suspended twisting lunge, but we'll first find connection and then suspend. Take a full breath in. Have your hands to prayer. Begin to hinge forward just a little, knowing space is limited, and twist, connecting your left tricep to the right thigh. Work here with the knee down to see whether you can use the breath to deepen the twist, to maybe reach that prayer close to the sternum. A long full inhale, full complete exhale. 2 more breaths. Final full breath in, long breath out. Keep the connection, bring your gaze down. Begin to tuck the back toes underneath and lift the back knee. From here, final 3 with the connection. Final 2. Final full breath in and a long breath out. Now, most likely, you'll have to bring your gaze down, maybe shorten the stance slightly, and lift back up to your suspended twist. Full inhale, long exhale. Come back to a neutral spine and extend the arms out in front. Your inhale, rise up. Now, our first warrior 2. Back heel drops, arms to a T. Check that your feet are on the same train track, widen or shorten the stance, and engage the arms. You're breathing here for 5. 4, 4. 4, 3. Final 2. Sink a little bit deeper, flip the palm, and on your inhale, reverse the warrior. On your exhale, straighten the front leg, but keep your arms. Long breath in, long breath out. Return upright, bring your hands to your hips, turn your toes towards the side of your mat. We're setting up for our wide leg forward fold. Maybe hands to back pockets, maybe interlaced fingers at the base of the spine, since we have done a lot with shoulders. On your inhale, slide the shoulder blades together, lift the heart. On your exhale, hinge at the hips, arms come up, upper body comes down. Holding the bind only as long as you feel release. Take another full breath in. If you haven't already released the bind, do so, hands to the floor. Long breath in and a long breath out. From here, walk your fingertips just slightly out towards the side, keeping them tented. Turn your right toes out slightly. Sink into that right ankle, letting the left toes lift for Skandasana. Now, the hands don't always need to find the floor. If you'd rather keep them at prayer, if that right hip doesn't allow the low body movement, then that's always a choice. Take a long breath in, long breath out. Final option, right arm finds its way to the mat in front of the right shin. Left arm reaches up. Full inhale. Long exhale. Find your hands back down towards the floor. Return back to wide leg forward fold. Turn your left toes out and find your way to low lunge towards the back of your mat, which is now your new front of the mat. Take a long breath in and let the right knee tap down, untuck the toes. Reach the arms up, lift up, look up, and neutralize the gaze. Bring your hands to prayer. On your inhale, hinge forward. On your exhale, connect right tricep to your left thigh. You're pausing here for 3 with the knee down. 4, 2. Final breath in. Long breath out. Gaze comes down, back toes tuck, knee lifts. Keep the connection. Maybe your top hand becomes a fist if it isn't already, and you're twisting again for 3. 4, 2. One more full breath in, and a long breath out. Bring your gaze down, begin to shorten the stance, find your stability, and then hover to that suspended twist. Full inhale, long exhale. Find your way, heart and body centered, arms in front. Rise up to your crescent lunge. Take a full breath in. First warrior 2, this side, your breath out. Line up the feet. Take a long inhale. Long exhale. Strengthen the arms, soften the shoulders. Really feel connection to the earth. For 3. 4, 2. Sink even deeper, flip the palm. Reverse your warrior inhale. Keep the arms and straighten that front leg. Return upright. Hands to the hips, toes back towards the side of your mat. Long breath in, bound or not, arms away. Hug the belly in, wide leg fold, arms up, upper body down. Final 2. Final full breath in. And if you haven't already released the bind, do so. From here, walk the hands out slightly, left toes out, sink to the left side, right toes lift. Skandasana. Spine is nice and straight, even though the legs are in different positions. Maybe hands to prayer, or maybe on your next breath out, karate chop that left hand down to the mat, reach the right arm up. Another full inhale, and exhale, hands down. Press yourself back to center, and then hand over hand back towards the original top of your mat. Plant the palms and step the right leg back to meet the left. Knees down, take a full breath in. On your exhale, shift through table, widen the knees, touch the toes, and find child's pose. Taking long inhales and exhales here. Letting the body soften, release, and let go. Maybe gently rolling the forehead side to side. Eventually, returning back to all fours. Tabletop position. Right leg finds its way out behind you. Float the right leg off the mat. From here, full breath in, and the shin hovers over the mat. Full inhale, and open right knee, right elbow, back to center. 2 more times, we've been here before, and center. 1 more time, and center. Re-extend the right leg. Maybe you keep it lifted. Maybe you find the ball of the foot as we move to a modified side plank. Move your left hand out just a little, left ankle towards the side of your mat, and stack the hips as you open, right arm to the sky, right leg lifted. Full breath in, long breath out. Another full inhale. And if the leg is still lifted, let it find the mat. Press into the outer edge of that right foot. Take a long inhale. And reach the top arm towards the top of your mat. Then your heart finds its way to the sky. Long inhale. Long exhale. Re-extend right arm to the sky and right hand to the mat. Back to your modified table here. Hug the left shin to the chest, core plank. Extend to the sky, inhale. Low lunge, foot between the hands. Take a block. Find your inside of that left foot with the block, most likely the tallest level. Lift the torso enough to bring your left hand to the block. The block should be touching the inside of the left foot. Drop the back heel like warrior 2 feet and lawnmower the right arm up for side angle. You're breathing. Another full breath in. And neutralize the gaze to the side. Very similar to what we just did in modified side plank. Extend the top arm towards the top of your mat. Spin your heart up. Also very similar to what we did in modified side plank. We're going to eventually move to a half moon pose. When you're ready, re-extend the right arm, bring your gaze to the floor. Bring the block to the opposite side of the foot, walk it out about 6 to 12 inches, right hand to the hip, shorten your stance until you can lift off, right leg to the sky, toes to the side of your mat. Maybe your gaze stays to the floor, maybe the right arm reaches up. Maybe the gaze eventually follows those right fingers. Even though you can't see me, because I'm looking at the camera, recognizing my head is cut off, my gaze always stays down. So don't feel obligated. The balance is very different. Another full inhale. And you're floating to warrior 2. Bend the standing leg. Foot finds the mat, arms to a T. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel those hands down to the inside of that front foot for lizard pose. Walk the left foot to the left, tap the right knee down. You can stay here on palms. If you prefer half pigeon, you can always find that too. You're breathing for 5. Breathing for 4. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Final breath in. And bring your gaze to the mat. Begin to find palms, if you're not already there, heel toe the foot back to center. And take both blocks as we find a half split, lengthening the front leg long. The spine stays straight. Maybe you choose to reach forward, ditch the blocks, or lower them and fold over. Another full inhale. Long exhale. Walk the blocks forward, maybe find the lowest level so you can swing the left leg back to meet the right. Lifted cow, inhale. Cat pose, exhale. Return back to a neutral spine, bring the blocks out in front, return palms to the mat. From there, left leg finds its way behind you. Left leg lifts up. Full breath in, and shin hovers under the chest. Left knee, left elbow, back to center. 2 more times. 1 more time. Re-extend left leg behind you. Maybe you stay, or you find that leg staying lifted as you bring the right ankle out, move the right hand, and open left arm to the sky. Breathing. One more long inhale. And on your exhale, bring the leg down, press into the outside of that foot, and reach the top arm towards the top of your mat, and spin your heart and gaze up. Another inhale. Long exhale. The gaze comes neutral, the left arm returns up. On your exhale, both palms down and right knee underneath the chest. Hug the right shin to the chest. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Once you're there, take a block inside of the right foot, tallest level. Use the block to first give yourself lift, then right hand finds the block. Move it as close as you can. Drop the back heel, lawnmower up to your modified side angle. You're breathing. And just like we did on all fours, gaze neutral, left arm towards the top of your mat. Once it's there, maybe re-extend the gaze and heart. One more inhale. Long exhale. Re-neutralize the gaze, left hand to the sky, then find the hip. Gaze to the floor, block 6 to 12 inches to the diagonal of the right foot. Maybe shorten the stance enough till you can lift off. Left leg to the sky, left toes flexed. Maybe left arm reaches up. If you find yourself wobbly or you want to move the block, you always can. Final 3. Final 2. Final full breath in. Leave the block, bend the standing leg, and float to warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. And on your exhale, cartwheel down to the inside of the right foot, tap the left knee. Walk the right foot all the way to the edge of your mat for your lizard. And you're breathing. Lowering the forearms an option, lifting the back knee also an option. Final few breaths. Final 2 breaths. Final full breath in. And from here, begin to find palms if you're not already there. Begin to heel toe the right foot back to center. Maybe take blocks with you as we lengthen into that front leg. The toes lift up. Final 3. And from here, with or without blocks, return to a bent front knee, and then to a tabletop pose. Belly down for cow. And as you press into cat, widen the knees, touch the toes, and sink to child's pose. Maybe stay in traditional child's, or lift the head, thread the right arm under the left, and find your right cheek. If you found that variation, lift the forehead, reach the right arm out, and thread the left arm under the right. Find the left cheek. Lift the forehead. Find yourself shifting forward slightly to palms, knees underneath the hips. Drop to one forearm, find the forehead to the forearm, reach the left arm out for your half puppy dog pose. Letting the low back just drop, the tailbone lifting up. First, walk the left hand back, press yourself back up, and then drop to the left forearm, forehead to the forearm, right arm in front, and breathe. Walk the right hand back, return to table, and then shift to whatever form of a seat works for you, with the legs out in front and a block or two coming with you. On your next breath in, scooch forward and then slowly lower down to your spine. First time to our back. Once you're there, hug your knees to your chest. Take a long breath in, long breath out. From here, release that grip, find the soles of the feet to the mat. See that the feet are close enough to tickle, and then press the small of the back down. Take a full breath in. And on your exhale, begin to peel the low back, middle back off the mat for bridge. Press the palms down, the forearms down, the upper arms down. Yogi's choice as to whether you stay here, driving those knees forward, find robot arms, or maybe scooch the shoulder blades closer together underneath you for a bound bridge. Your gaze is up, maybe even a few feet behind you. Final 5. Final 3. Final full breath in. If you're bound, release the bind or palms return to the mat. Full inhale. And from the top of the spine, one vertebra at a time, lower down, super slow. Eventually, let the natural curve of that low back return, and let the soles of the feet come together, knees fall open for Supta Baddha Konasana. Long inhales, long exhales. Final full breath in. Longest one yet. Long breath out. Whether assistance from the hands or just the core, bring the knees back together. Hug the knees towards the chest and bring the arms to the insides of the knees, hands to the outsides of the feet for happy baby. Yogi's choice as to whether you draw those heels towards the glutes and stay in that variation of happy baby, Or bring the soles of the feet towards the ceiling with the knees still driving towards the armpits. Low back, wherever you are, stays connected to the mat as best it can. Head, neck, and shoulders relaxed. If you want to rock the baby, you can, or find the full extension of straddle, also an option. If you extended the legs, find a bend back into the knees, heels back towards the glutes, release the feet, knees back to center. Quick squeeze, soles of the feet to the mat. Once you're here, we'll press into the feet, lift the hips, and slide a block under your sacrum. And we're transitioning to our final pose before Shavasana, Viparita Karani. Legs to the sky, head and neck relaxed. Eyes can close, or maybe that towel, straps don't work quite as well, might drape over the eyes. And you're breathing. Returning back to that softness, the stillness, and just observing whether the mind has a little bit more silence or at least a little bit less chatter. Final 5. Final full breath in. And you always have the choice to stay in waterfall for your final Shavasana position. But if you wish, you can find the soles of the feet back to the mat, lift the hips to remove the block, and let the hips return down. Now, whether you stay here with bent knees, letting the knees tap, the feet walk apart, whether you find those knees open one last time, or legs long, the choice is yours. But give yourself a full, long breath in as you find your way into Shavasana, letting the mouth open and exhale. Knowing that stillness, silence, and softness are your only goals. Begin to return back to the body with a long inhale. Long exhale. Add movement into the fingers and into the toes, the ankles, the wrists. Begin to slowly extend the legs long if they're not already there, or zip them up closer if they were. And maybe reach forward and back for a full stretch. Add a bend into one knee, then the other. Hug and squeeze in, and gently rock and roll forward and back until you find yourself upright. Letting the eyes remain closed, letting your hands find heart center at prayer position. As you move throughout the rest of your day, wishing you have moments of silence, moments of softness, and moments of stillness, both externally and internally. Floating your prayer to your third eye, your forehead center. And know that the light and the love within me honor and bow to those things within you. Namaste. Thanks everyone for joining me, whether it's now or later. I hope you enjoy the rest of your snow day.